The Batman is a moody and thrilling new superhero movie and a worthy rendition of the iconic Cape Crusader. Batman has had many different portrayals on the big screen throughout the decades, with some adaptations being better than others. Many have compared to this newest release to The Dark Knight because that film is not only a high watermark for superhero movies, but movies in general, in my opinion. Understandably, The Batman doesn't reach those same heights, but it's a rewarding experience at the movies nonetheless. Director Matt Reeves previously helmed Cloverfield and the two most recent Planet of the Apes sequels. This might be his best work to date, a confident and stylish mystery set within the gloomy landscape of Gotham City. Where The Dark Knight paid homage to Heat, The Batman is heavily influenced by David Fincher's serial killer flicks like Seven and Zodiac. Accordingly, the villain, the Riddler, played by Paul Dano, is portrayed as a serial killer of sorts and gets a very memorable introduction. The film also bears a resemblance to neo-noir flicks of the 70s like The Long Goodbye, Chinatown, and Night Moves. Much like the protagonists in those mysteries, Batman is a detective who encounters colorful characters while navigating through a seedy underworld. Robert Pattinson is an excellent choice for the role, portraying an especially volatile and introspective version of the character with great intensity. And it only makes sense that he started off as a vampire and now he's a bat. Thankfully, the film doesn't rehash the same origin story for the character after Batman Begins already tackled that so well. However, we do see Batman at a relatively early stage in his crime-fighting days, and this pays off well throughout the narrative. Zoe Kravitz is enjoyable as Selina Kyle. This is a more sympathetic, less devious Catwoman compared to previous incarnations. The supporting cast is also quite good, particularly Jeffrey Wright as Lieutenant Gordon and Colin Farrell as the Penguin. Another highlight is the use of the Nirvana song, Something in the Way. Rock songs can occasionally be clumsily integrated into comic book movies, but this was an unexpected and appropriate choice that suited the mood of the film. There aren't too many major flaws, but I think the movie stumbles a bit whenever it veers too closely to The Dark Knight. I won't spoil them, but there are two scenes in particular that echo climactic moments in the earlier film, and they pale in comparison. Furthermore, the Riddler isn't my favorite antagonist in these movies, but Paul Dano is a strong enough actor, and he gets some creepy stuff to play with. The film runs 3 hours, but it's pretty watchable all things considered, and I never got bored. It's a very busy movie, and it's hard not to get engrossed in the labyrinthine narrative, especially compared to something like Batman v Superman, which was much too dour and jumbled for its own good. Overall, The Batman is a highly entertaining superhero flick. I'm excited to see sequels with Robert Pattinson back as the lead.